Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Harvestella series. We look to push our story forward. Alright, so I've been doing some grinding, not in the normal sense of gaining levels. I think I gained one since the last video. I've mainly been grinding relationships with our companions. And that's important because every time you go up a level in closeness with one of your companions, you get certain stat boosts, whether it's some percentage to your defense or your attack or your magical attack or your magical defense, etc., etc. So that is what we were grinding out. We also upgraded our weapon again. We only did it once because we're missing some items to do it again. But we do know what they are, so that's at least good. To do that, we needed a bunch of money. So I was also farming, I was doing a lot of fishing and trying to complete as many meals as I could. We still have so many more to go. But that being said, I think that we are in a good spot, health-wise, that we should be able to beat the next boss and push our story forward. Yeah, Purgatorium. I haven't come back here this way actually since we lost that boss fight and I left, so I'm not exactly sure how to get where I want to go. I assume it's the center, and then we've got levels, right? We gotta get to level 5. I'm gonna do a little bit of fighting, I think. Even though, wow, I just almost got taken out immediately by the minor enemies in there. You re-healed? What was that? Is that because I walked over the bridge or something? That was weird. Interesting. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we're just gonna keep pushing. I think I go this way. Oh, this way, right? Yeah, so as you see, things hit like trucks, man. And, I mean, yeah, we're only 9 levels lower, which I guess it's a lot, but not really. Alright, so... Okay, I see how we want to go here. We're gonna pop a heal. We're gonna sprint through. My goal is to push on the main story, so I'm fine doing this. Game's level 50 though. We've got to be nearing the end of the game. I think, like I said, I think there's 9 chapters. I don't know if chapter 9 is one of those, just post-game content chapters or not. That is not where I wanted to go. Whoopsie daisy. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. We do need to eat real food. I'll probably just eat these salmon rice balls. Yeah, so salmon rice balls are really easy to make. I farmed a crap ton of rice. I just bought a bunch of rice seeds and then planted them all. Probably got like 30 or 40 pieces of rice. And then because I was doing a bunch of fishing, and it takes like one salmon and one rice or something like that to make the salmon rice balls. So very, very convenient. We will save here before whatever happens. All right. Hopefully it's not a boss yet. Are we actually at the maintenance block this time? Yes. We should be able to override the Callistephus' stop signal from this console. Wait a moment. Rad. Does this mean we don't have to get back onto that awful scaffolding again? I was enjoying it. There, I have overwritten Calistephis's stop signal. Although, once we enter the cradle, we're in their territory. Their attacks are only going to get more intense. It's no use standing here worrying about it. Let's get them up to the orbital cradle first. We'll talk later. So yeah, we are not supposed to be on this elevator. But we're getting secrets revealed to us for whatever reason, because they feel like they should, essentially. And so we're learning probably more than we should. It's gonna culminate in us saving the world, I imagine. Orbital cradle, yeah? Destination confirmed. Ready for departure. Prepare for impact. Surprised we don't have to fight another boss just to get up there. Did I speak too soon? No, they would have given us a warning right here if this was going to be a boss fight. Are these gestation pods or something? This is the orbital cradle? Aria! It's as I thought. What's wrong, Aria? I expected you would be the first to realize. Aria, what does he mean? It would be cruel to make her speak the words from her own mouth. But, I will explain. This orbital cradle is a facility made to keep humans in hibernation for a prolonged period. Hibernation? It's a long, deep sleep, like animals do for winter. It reduces cell activity to the bare minimum to slow down telomere deterioration. That way, you can preserve the human body in an alive state for prolonged periods of time. I believe they used to call it suspended animation in old books. Indeed. Our method doesn't actually freeze the body, but it applies a similar principle. This is a lot to take in. You created technology that could put humans into hibernation? But, it doesn't add up. You omens made Re-Gaia for us humans to live on, right? And we're living on Re-Gaia now. We're not in hibernation. That's a good point. So who are these people then? You seem to have misunderstood. The people sleeping in these pods are the ones from Earth. Your kind are not descendants of Earth. Rather, you're a byproduct of the Re-Gaia project. Who are you calling but byproduct? Your kind are a new subspecies of human that appeared within the ecosystem that the Seas Light created. A new subspecies of human? So you mean we're not originally from Lost Gaia? Exactly. But even among us, opinions are divided on whether we should treat you as humans or not. After studying your genetic makeup, we found that it was 99.9999998% identical to that of the humans from Lost Gaia. So, although you may be a new subspecies, you were certainly born out of the Earth's astrum cell. Speaking from a biological point of view, that is, we decided to classify you differently due to your separate origins. We called the original humans from Lost Gaia Cains, and you new humans Abels. That's right, I do hear you calling us Abels sometimes. Interesting that you chose Cain and Abel from the Old Testament. Adam and Eve's first children after they were banished from heaven. The orbital cradle is also known as the Cain cradle. Several other facilities like this one exist holding canes in hibernation. This isn't the only cradle. We intended to wake them up once Regaia was created. So inside these containers are... Yes, the people from my time are still sleeping in there. My mom, my dad, all of my friends and fellow researchers. Arya is different from us? That's right. Arya is a human with different origins from yours. She is a Cain. But as you said, biologically we're almost identical, so it doesn't change anything, does it? It wouldn't if the Regaia program was going to plan. But now that Quietus has brought our plan to a halt, that puts Arya in an extremely delicate position, because she is the one and only Cain who is in a wakeful state right now. More importantly, though, Geist, didn't you say you found a way to resolve Quietus? If you have, then that changes the situation drastically. Now would be a good time to share that with us. That's right. If we find a way to end Quietus for good, then everyone in here can live on Regaia too, right? Yes. There's somewhere I'd like to take you, so I can't explain that. The results from all the research on Lost Gaia are compiled in a room above us. I will explain my plan to you there. Okay, bro. Here's some more story content. Now, continue upstairs. I feel like if this game were created on a larger scale, it would have been much, much better. And if the side quests were cut back to about half. Or giving more meaning. But with, like, some legitimate voice acting in this game, you know? It could legitimately have been, like, a masterpiece. I don't even know why I'm walking over here, because I know I can't do anything. Oh. I lied. Haha. I knew that chest was there. Ha 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 ha. What's up, homies? I'm gonna go over to this A here. Orichalcum. Y'all know what that is. That's some juicy, juicy stuff is what Orichalcum is. How about we eat right boop here.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna go... Let's go C first. Where are we at? Down there. C's gonna take us to D. Should we fight?
Here I go.
The range omen isn't that big of a deal, to be honest. Ooh, baby. I wish I would have hurt him just a hair sooner. I am still trying to get a little bit of XP as we go. You emerge into a wide open area. There don't seem to be any omens nearby. This looks like a good place to rest for a while. Sounds good to me. You enjoyed your break. Your health and stamina have been replenished. But just as you prepare to leave, omens rush in and surround you. You piece of garbage. I did not dodge that successfully. Wow. I don't know if that was our pulsar attack or what, but woo-wee did that light them up. Alright, so we're at D, just down there. We can hit a button to get back to the save point now. So C was the... Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. We're gonna save again. Which way do we want to go this time? Let's go... Oh, we have to go E, actually. Part of me wants to see what's over there in that door. It looks like we can. Chest, let's grab it and go. You suck. You beat the crap out of me. I don't like that. Oh, I'm stuck. We're good. It doesn't matter if our teammates die, they come back, so. Another one of these. So we're gonna go into F. But we need to get to H, G, or I. I could probably walk through that, but it's going to summon omens, so I don't really want to do that. Let's just go F. Okay. Where are we at now? Up top. Alright, so that'll take us to G at least. We will have to dodge some enemies for sure. Maybe even lasers? Yeah, how do I know? So predictable game. Words. So we can go H or I this time. Do we know where either takes us? We do not. Let's pop into H, just because it's close. We probably have to go to I, though. Oh, Canelo doll! Okay, that was worth it. Wait, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, we're definitely going to take this teleporter back, though. If we hit those lasers, we're going to have to fight a lot more omens than I really want to fight right now. While I do have a decent supply of juice, I want to save as much as possible. Alright, so now we just circle back around to J. The whole thing. There we go. Good jumps. There's a switch on the wall with lots of small holes around it. Press it. You press the switch and music begins to play. You realize the small holes are there for the music to come out from. The slow melody of the music wraps you up in a warm sense of nostalgia, like you've heard it somewhere before. There's a plate near the switch with a word written on it. It must be the name of the song, but the letters are faint and unreadable. After a short while, the music stops. While unintentional, listening to the music helped you relax. Your stamina replenished. Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Look at that. Brocca's dead. GG's, Brocca. Have a great life, buddy. Well, I guess not. We got a button here we can press. Takes us back to the save point. Which is actually kind of perfect.
I haven't earned my dinner yet.
So that's going to take us to J. J's probably just going to take us right up top. I'm going to save. I just really don't want to hit the boss fight before we get a chance to heal, but whatever happens, happens, right? Leave me alone! I'm a real boy! Wait. Oh, wait, no. We want to go to L. Yeah, my bad. That's fine. No biggie. Nobody's gonna hit us. Alright, yeah, and this... Jesus Christ. Leave me alone, I don't want to fight!
Hey, I appreciate it.
Wow, that scared the crap out of me, dude. I just mashed. I mashed the healing button as fast as I can. Oh, it was a waste. Alright, looks like we got at least got some more story time now. What is this room for? This is the library, an automated archive of human knowledge that was compiled by a news company in the Common Era. It's a database of human history, research, culture, customs, all of human knowledge. We use it as an external storage to draw knowledge from. So this is why you omens know so much about us? What did you want to show us here then? I wanted to go over some history with you before going into my plan, specifically the Kane's final history. The Paradise Project? Yes, that was the last piece of research that the Kanes conducted. When they realized that there was no way of stopping the Red Queen from emitting Gaia dust, they made a plan to live among it. It was called the Paradise Project. The idea was to build a barrier around the city that would prevent the invasion of Gaia dust and create a heaven on earth. You saw Abandoned Eden on Lost Gaia. That was a test city for the project. But that means they gave up trying to resolve the Gaia dust? They had concluded that any attempt to bring the Gaia dust under control would be a waste of time. How disappointing. In my time, we were still fighting hard to rid the world of the Gaia dust's harmful effects. That's just how much things have changed since you left. I would like you, more than anyone, to understand their decision, though. Because the leaders of the Paradise Project were Mr. and Mrs. Lebenthal.
Mom and Dad.
None other than your parents. My mom and dad did that? The Lebenthals, accomplished scholars known for their astrum cell research, concluded that eliminating Gaia dust was infeasible, and the last 2,000 years have only proven them right. Even we cannot find a solution for the Gaia dust, and we are high-level artificial intelligence. Well, hold on, Geist. That's not what you said before. Haven't you found a way to end Quietus? I said I'd made a breakthrough regarding Quietus. I don't recall saying I could end it. The idea of trying to end Quietus has already resulted in a great number of tragedies. Tracing it back, our arrogance is also the root cause of Lost Gaia getting trapped between dimensions. That was a consequence of the Gaia purification scheme we had been carrying out. It's our fault Lost Gaia had a territory shift? But we have to find a fix for Quietus. That's what gives us Seth hope. Don't go down that route, Diana. I can tell you from experience that so-called hope is some kind of bug. Hope is a monster that feeds on wishes and consumes your thoughts. Don't rear such a destructive monster. My old personality became so obsessed with the impossible task of trying to end Quietus that I went as far as attempting a senseless massacre. Don't you remember the star apoptosis? Apoptosis. As long as we cling to this idea of eliminating Quietus, humanity has no future. But I get it. You're a realist. Now will you please tell us your plan? I suggest we reinstate the Paradise Project and preserve Gaia's environment with a Quietus barrier. If humans reside within the barrier, then it will mean they can live normally throughout Quietus. Sounds claustrophobic. Does? By now you must be aware that we have manipulated information on several occasions with the Gables. The imaginary royalty in the Castle of Illusion, the magic of the monolith. And humans accept information without questioning it because you have an imagination. You are designed to supplement the blanks in reality with your imagination. With this ability, it is easy for you to even fabricate fictional beings. That is how the concept of God came to rule over the whole world, by being replicated in humans' imaginations over and over again. If we use that creativity, then I say ensuring humanity's survival by keeping them within an enclosed space is perfectly plausible. For example, we could convince them that there are other humans living outside of paradise, or none of this is sitting right with me. You're practically saying to our faces that we're inferior to you. Kinda are. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, that was not my intention. It is within the nature of intelligent life to perceive situations only as far as they can see. Have you heard of the cosmic egg? The universe is a framework that is perceived subjectively. Before humans recognized the universe as a space, it was made up of only the sky, land, and sea. A chick can only understand what's inside the egg, but as long as it's comfortable in there, that chick won't complain. We could recreate that on Regaia, Heaven's Shell. That is my plan. So those were your true intentions? I might normally brush off such a suggestion, but with time closing in on us now. That's right. The end of this cradle's hibernation period is drawing near. What? Not even hibernation can keep cells alive forever. That is why we don't have much time to deliberate. I'd like to hand a decision over to you, Artie. What decision? I have run a simulation which confirmed that the Heaven's Shell idea could be realistically implemented. But here's the problem. In order to maintain Heaven's Shell, we would need to use all of the energy from the Sea's Light to power the Quietus Barrier. Oh, but you can't do that. Right. What would happen to the world outside of Heaven's Shell? It would inevitably waste away after being cut off from the environmental regulation that the Sea's Light provided. But no, that's awful. That is the least of our worries. The problem is the area we can cover. Even using all 4 Sea's Light, at most, we'll be able to maintain a barrier with a 25 rim radius. How big is that? It's only large enough for a certain number of inhabitants. What about the people who can't enter? That is the problem. I will answer with the results of my simulation. Is it about to Thanos us? According to my preliminary calculations, Heaven's Shell could fit at maximum. All of the Canes sleeping in the cradle. Or all of the Abels who live on Regaia. One of the two. Oh snap. Oh no. This is an extremely difficult ethical decision. The decision I'd like you to make, Arya, is which species of human we should keep. Our orders are to preserve humanity, so it is ethically impossible for us to eradicate one version of humanity. It would be in violation of the 3 major regulations. You cannot ask the people of Regaia to decide either, as they would surely choose their own kind due to the selfish gene. And even if we wake up the Canes, the same will apply to them, too. Although it is not ideal, you have at least lived on Regaia and made several acquaintances in your time there. You are in the best position to say which world is better. It is only you who can make a fair and ethical decision on which version of humanity we should carry into the future. I would like you to decide which one you feel is best for the future of humanity. I implore you, Arya, please decide for the future of humanity and the attainment of heaven. Yo, that's wicked whack, bro. You only feel that way because you're not facing up to reality, Ein. We Seth have been trying to solve this problem for 2,000 years. You really think you'll suddenly be able to find a solution now in the short time we have? This may be asking you to think beyond your intellect, but stop clinging on to the imaginary. For I know 2 freaking unicorns. Sorry, Ein. Geist is right about this one. They may not be perfect, they lack decision-making skills, but at the end of the day, they are still high-level AI. Their intelligence surpassed ours a long time ago. No matter how hard we try, we won't be able to suggest a better solution than them. The days when we could afford to indulge in dreams and fantasies are over. You were right. Dreams are nothing more than humans' overly optimistic assumptions. What's more, the Paradise Project was your parents' suggestion. If there's anyone who can take responsibility for continuing where they left off, it is you. I suppose you humans would call this kind of coincidence a twist of fate. Arya, how am I supposed to make that choice? can't. It's such a massive decision. The end of the hibernation period is drawing near, but we do have a little time. Take one day out to think about it. Then come to me with your answer the day after tomorrow. Nap, crackle, pop, yo. Alright. I'm gonna head back to a save point. But while I head there... Oh, I take it back. Oh, Ein. Heaven's shell is humanity's only chance at survival. But it's either you new humans or us, the original ones. Only one of us can survive. It's almost funny, isn't it? Oh, right. Now you all see me as... I'm your enemy. Don't be silly. You're not our enemy. Silly Willy Walnut, you. Don't give me those empty niceties. I'm sorry, I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. I probably won't say anything nice in this state. I've got too many thoughts going through my head. It feels like there's a dark, heavy spirit sitting deep in my chest. I need to go home. Click, clap, click, clap. Arya left the party. Whatever. Do what I want. We may as well call it a day too. Alright, so that was Chapter 7. Chapter 7 was actually pretty short, to be honest with you. Who knows what Chapter 8 has in store. How is Arya doing? It might be a good idea to check on her. Where? Oh, North Landing. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to call the episode there. But before I call it, I just want to say, on regards to what just happened, they literally just said that humans are different than the AI because we have imagination. Then proceeded to say we have significantly better intelligence. But those two statements are somewhat contradictory because they're basically saying that, yeah, we're way smarter than you on things that we know about. But on new ideas that would, be imagination, imagining new things, they can't do it. Hence why it was Arya's parents who came up with this idea in the first place. So yeah, there's clearly gonna be another way to go about this, but we'll save that for the next episode. I take that back because I can't save. What game? What are you doing with me? It's not even quietest, but I can't save. Why? What's going on? That's frustrating. You can travel directly to the facilities in outer space by going to the top of the Castle of Illusion, the airship. Oh, well, that's... Yeah, that's super convenient. Oh, so I'm gonna buy this. I just wanted to save, but it won't let me. Her pod isn't here. Oh, I thought you were with Arya. Do you know where she is? Well, I saw her earlier. She ran into the meteorite that was here and left. I tried calling after her, but she didn't hear me. She didn't seem herself. She looked very serious about something. You two are always together, though. I'm surprised she's not with you. Shouldn't have left her on her own. I see. I don't know what the exact situation is, but I can see that you are all fighting very hard for something. Whenever you feel lost and you don't know what to do, just remember that spirit you had in the beginning. Because you can't solve tomorrow's problems by only thinking about tomorrow. Think about how you lived in the past, how that led you to now, and where it will take you. There's no point in regretting your past, but know that everything you've experienced until now has a purpose. I think it may benefit both of you to look back over it again. Thanks, Gramps. You're a great lad. Let me save, dang it! You suck. Guys, I just want to leave this place and I don't know where I'm going. Did she land back at Bird's Eye Bray? Go to bed? Is that... Okay, yeah, we just go to sleep now. Word. We didn't get a level off the little fighting we did. Crazy. We're almost at Quietus too. We got 2 days. Ein, are you awake? I apologize for showing up uninvited. What's wrong? Nothing is necessarily wrong, but... I know. Could you come to Hegan Canyon when you are ready? There is something I would like to tell you. Sure thing, Dianthus. Okay. Now we're gonna call this video there. Officially. And then, yeah, so off screen again, I'm gonna do some more grinding, try to get some... Let me save! My god, guys, I'm sorry.
Bye-bye.
Save. What the hell? This is... There's no reason for it to not let me save. This is crap. Fine. Why did you want to talk out here? You don't remember. Well, it was a long time ago. This is where we met. Yeah, I know. It's time I told you what happened that day. What happened? Don't you remember? This is where you found me waiting to be scrapped. If you had decided to leave me there, then I most likely would have had my personality replaced, just like Geist. I am only able to tell you this now because you saved me that day. How did you end up in that state? It was not my intention to conceal this from you, but until that day, I had been acting alongside Geist. You sided with Geist? No. Geist wanted to save this planet. He was trying to eliminate the threat of Quietus. He was the strongest of any Seth, probably stronger than any human, too. But one day he left, concealing his location, and when he came back, he was almost unrecognizable. He had become obsessive. Looking back now, I suspect he had been to Lost Gaia and back by himself. When he returned, he cut himself off from the collective consciousness and became absorbed in his own thoughts. Before long, he had resolved to destroy the planet. I objected to that. The disagreement ended in him kicking me out of his airship, and that is how I landed here. Wow, what a jerk. However, despite all of that, it is true that his end goal was to eliminate Quietus. Hard to imagine Geist like that. Yes, it must be hard for you. What the new Geist is saying is right. He proposed giving up on the idea of ending Quietus and living within a safe space instead, Heaven Shell. It may be the only route we have left. It is sad to hear that coming from him, though. He was the one Seth who made every effort to end Quietus, despite what anyone told him. I feel that that level of will can't be reached through logic alone. What? Don't look at me like that, Ein. Is it strange to hear that coming from me? No, not at all. I don't know anymore. I am well aware by now that my behavior is abnormal. This is between you and me, but I think it might be a malfunction. The same like I said. I hit A and I had to read that before it went away. There's a noise within my logic circuitry which cannot be put into words, a light of sorts. It has been growing ever louder since you defeated me in the Castle of Illusion. Are you broken? No, there are no problems with my hardware. But the pattern in my logic has changed. Frankly speaking, I have high hopes for you. Based on just specs alone, you shouldn't have been able to defeat me. Not to mention how you miraculously defeated Geist, who had the planet's power as backup. The odds were 1 in a million. To be honest, I was too wrapped up in Geist's idea of the proper death, as many of us were. But you said that we couldn't let a single person die. You were the one and only person who could say that to his face. Wanna lose? That's what sets you apart from everyone else. I will let you in on something. Not even we are perfect, and there is no such thing as a theory without holes, because all events in this world unfold from possibilities. How reality is defined depends on existence probability. Among the many factors that may alter the possibilities, monolite is the most pivotal. The principle that you can use magic for monolite. Probability theory is involved there. I can't tell you the specifics, but all you need to know is that monolite is at the epicenter of those variations. The truth is, when you fought with Geist, or whenever you fought hard to accomplish something, for that matter, the monolite demonstrated abilities that far exceeded its specs, as if in response to your determination. It is almost as though the monolite had a will of its own. You're saying it's alive. That I do not know, but I will let you in on something confidential. Even though it is we who made the monolite, we do not actually understand how it brings about magic. It is likely that the situation will unfold as Geist speculated. But if something about that does not sit right with you, even if it is just a faint feeling, then resist what is correct. You humans have a heart. Believe it when it whispers to you. If anyone can do that, it is you. During the Common Era, oh my god, people once tried to fly, despite harsh criticism from those around them. Their idea was brushed off as an unrealistic fantasy. The same happened again to the people who tried to defy gravity, break through the atmosphere, and take off into space. Throughout history, those who changed the world were always wrong, according to the common knowledge of the time. Even the first protobiont to clamber out of the sea onto land was most likely an anomaly among its kind. Such unattainable fantasies, those ridiculous ideas, they only came to fruition because of your human ability to dream. That is how humanity has written its history. It is unreasonable that you would lose that ability just because we appeared. We are superior only in intellect. So, make the decision for yourself. It is not for someone else to choose. You're the only one in the world who can make that decision. As far as I can observe, Dianthus, STFU. That is the one function that you human beings have. Seriously, don't say another word. Just don't stop. Can I save the game now? Oh my god. Be saved, please. God, please.
Welcome home.
This is it. This is it. I feel it. I feel it. Oh my god. Guys, that's the end of the video. Dianthus talked way too long. I will catch you in the next one. This video is already past its limit. Have a good week. Peace.